Hello students, a very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to see a new topic, that is verb. What is verb? The very short definition which we are learning. What is that definition? Action word. Yes, action word or doing word. Action word or doing words are known as verb. Here I have written few words which will show us the action being done. The first word that is there is talk. With the word talk, we come to know that yes, someone is talking. Talk, बातें हो रही हैं. So the word talk is showing us some action being done. The word talk is verb. Next word is sing. In sing also we come to know that yes, कोई गा रहे हैं, कोई गा रही है. The word sing, it is showing action being done. So the word sing is verb. Next word dance. Dance is also showing us the action. So dance is verb. Next word is run. The word run is also showing us action being done, that yes, the children are running, बच्चे दौड़ रहे हैं. Action is being done, so the word run is verb. On the other hand, I have written few words here. Let's go through these words and let's find us whether any action is being done in these words or not. The first word, love. In this word, is there any action being done? No. In the word hate, is there any action being going on? No. In the word think, can you say any action is going on? No. So the word love, hate and thinks, no action is going on. But also these words are known as verb. Here we saw that the action words are known as verb, but on the other hand, these words are there which are not showing us any action, but also these words are verb. So we should not say that only action words are known as verb. We should say that yes, doing words are termed as verb. Doing words are termed as verb. Doing words, जहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा हो. Action, it doesn't mean that only action will be going on, then only they are known as verb. जहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा हो, doing words. When we say the word here thinks, यहाँ पे एक्शन नहीं है, यहाँ पे कोई भी एक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, बट कुछ तो हो रहा है. थिंग्स, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन? हाँ, कोई कुछ सोच रहा है. समवन इज थिंकिंग, कुछ सोचा जा रहा है. तो जहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा हो, where something might be going on, those words are also known as verb. So we can say that yes, doing words are known as verb. Here the definition of verb. What is verb? A verb is a part of speech which tells us what the subject is doing. What the subject is doing. There are two parts of a sentence, subject and predicate. Come to this example. The cow eats grass. What is the subject here? The cow. Because about the cow only something is spoken in the sentence. Yes, the cow is the subject. And what is verb? Which tells us what the subject is doing. Here the subject is the cow. What is the cow doing? The cow eats grass. What is the subject doing here? Eating grass. So the word eats is verb. Eats is verb. The next example, that is the baby is sleeping. What is the subject here? The baby. What is the baby doing? The baby is sleeping. So the word sleeping is verb. Next sentence, children. Verb. It is a word that expresses an action, a feeling, a possession, state of being or existence. the word which will express an action like jump, run, cry, sing, dance. All these words will show us action. So all these action words are verb. The verb will also show a feeling like love, hate. All these words are verb. A possession. Possession means, suppose if I'll say the pen belongs to me. The pen belongs to me. The word belongs. Belongs is showing possession. So the word belong is also a verb. State of being or existence. State of being or existence. If I'll say that he is a boy. He is a boy. What can we understand by this sentence that he is a boy? That yes, वो एक लड़का है, यह एक लड़का है. तो उससे हमें क्या पता चल रहा है? State of being. We are knowing the existence that yes, he is a boy. So all these words that will show any action, a feeling, a possession, state of being or existence, all the words are verb. And also what the subject is doing are also termed as verb. Here, the cow eats grass. What is the subject doing here? The cow. What is the subject doing? The cow is eating grass. Here, the baby is sleeping. What is the subject doing here? Sleeping. The baby is sleeping. What is the subject doing? The subject is sleeping. सब्जेक्ट सो रहा है, सब्जेक्ट खा रहा है, सब्जेक्ट गा रहा है, सब्जेक्ट खेल रहा है, सब्जेक्ट इज प्लेइंग. All the words which will show us that something is going on, something is being done, all those words will be known as verb. Now here we will see the types of verb. Verb is classified into two parts, main verb and helping verb. Main verb, also known as principal verb or lexical verb. Main verb is also known as principal verb or lexical verb. Main verb is further divided into few kinds. First one is there linking verb. Next one transitive verb and intransitive verb. Dynamic verb and stative verb. Regular verb, irregular verb, finite verb, non-finite verb, and non-finite verb is further on divided into infinitives, gerund and participle. Helping verb. Helping verb is divided into two kinds, primary helping verb and modal helping verb. Now I will tell you all the kinds of verb in short. First one, that is linking verb. What are linking verb? Linking verb, also known as copular verb, also known as copular verb. What are linking verb? Linking verb are the verb that connects the subject to the additional information about the subject. For example, am, is, are, was, were, become, been, seem, maybe, has been, had been, have been, etc. Next one is there, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Transitive verb, the verb which requires an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. For example, if I'll say the cow eats grass, which is the verb in this sentence? The cow eats grass. Verb is eats. The cow eats. The meaning is incomplete. When we add the word grass, the cow eats grass, the meaning is complete. That yes, गाय घास खाती है. The cow eats grass. So the word eats is requiring the object grass to complete the meaning. So the verb which requires an object to complete the meaning of the sentence, such verbs are known as transitive verb. Next one is there intransitive verb. The verb which do not requires an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. For example, if I'll say the baby laughs. The baby laughs, the boy laughs, the baby laughs. The meaning is clear that yes, बच्चा हंसता है, the baby laughs. We are not requiring any object. On the other hand, in transitive verb, the cow eats grass. The word eats is requiring object. The cow eats. गाय खाती है, लेकिन गाय क्या खाती है? Is it clear? No, the word eats is requiring object, and what is that object? Grass. The cow eats grass. So the word which requires object to complete the meaning of the sentence are known as transitive, and the verb which do not require an object to complete the meaning of the sentence, such verbs are known as intransitive verb. One more example of intransitive: birds fly. The sentence meaning is clear. The birds fly. पक्षी उड़ते हैं. The meaning is clear. We don't require, the word fly is not requiring any object to complete the meaning. So the word fly will act as intransitive verb. The next one, that is dynamic and stative verb. Dynamic verb. Dynamic verb is the verb that describes an action rather than a state. Dynamic means action verb, action wala verb. For example, eat, walk, write, run, play. The words, the verbs where actions are done, such action verbs are known as dynamic verb. And remember, dynamic verbs are also known as action verb, progressive verb, or continuous verb. The next one is stative verb. It is the opposite of dynamic verb. Here action was going on. Here everything will be in state. Stative verbs are the verbs that express a state rather an action. They expresses the state. For example, seem, love, own, understand, want. All these words are there. Understand, love, own. No action is being done. So they are stative verb. Dynamic verb, action was going on. Play, run, dance, eat. So is it clear? Dynamic and stative verb. I hope it is clear to you all. Next one is there, that is regular and irregular verb. Before knowing the regular and irregular verb, let me remind you all that there are three tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Now, what is regular verb? When we form past tense of the verb, the present form of the verb, for example, if the word is given play, play, it is in the present form. Now, we have to change the word play into the past form. How can we change the word play? By adding ed. P-L-A-Y-E-D, played. One more word, if D-A-N-C-E, dance is given. How can you change the word dance into past form? By adding D. D-A-N-C-E-D. So, when we form past tense of the verb and add D or ed to the present form of the verb, such a verb will be known as regular verb. Next one is there irregular verb. Irregular verbs have special past tense forms. Special past tense forms. All the tenses will be different. For example, go. Can we change the word go by adding d or ed in the past form? No. How can we change? If we have to write the past tense of the word go, how can we write? Go, went, gone. Drive, drive, drove, driven. All the forms are different, and you will need to memorize these special forms. So, irregular verbs have special past tense forms. I hope this is also clear to you all. Next one is the finite and non-finite verb. Now let's see what is finite. Finite verbs are the verbs that change their forms when there is a change in the number or person of the subject. If the number, singular number or plural number, the subject is changing to singular or plural, the verb form will also change. Then such verbs will be known as finite verbs. And remember, finite verbs have different forms in different tenses. Non-finite verbs do not change their forms when there is a change in the number or person of the subject. No matter the number, singular number or plural number, if the subject is changing to singular or plural, the finite verb will always remain the same. The verb form remains unaltered. Now, non-finite is further divided into infinitives, gerund and participle. Now, what is infinitives? The infinitives start with to. Example, to go, to sing, to dance, to write, to play, etc. All the infinitives will start with to. Next one is there gerund. What is gerund? Gerunds end with ing. All the words ending in ing will be known as gerund, like singing, dancing, reading, playing, writing, jumping. All the words ending in ing are known as gerunds. Remember, gerund act like nouns, and these verbs ending in ing form, they will act like nouns, and they can be used as subject or object of the sentence. Next one is there, that is participle. What is participle? Participle is used as an adjective or adverb. There are two types of participles now, past participle and present participle. Next one, children, here, helping verb. Now the helping verb or auxiliary verb, it is also divided into two parts, that is primary helping verb and modal helping. Now what is primary helping verb? Helping verb also known as auxiliary verb. Primary helping verb. Primary helping verbs helps a main verb and also act as the main verb in the sentence. This verb will help the main verb in the sentence. Example of primary helping verb is, be, do, have. All are primary helping verb. Next one is there modal helping verb. What are modal helping verb? Modal helping verb help express possibility and necessity. They will express either possibility or necessity. Examples are can, may, might, shall, will, should. All my lovely students and my dear friends, I hope that all the kinds of verb is clear to you all. I have given you all a very short summary of all the kinds of verbs. Hope you liked the video, and if this video was helpful for you, please do hit like, comment and share. Thank you for watching this video. By the time, bye bye, take care, keep smiling.